workout brief for Friday. First, I'm whispering because I want to show you something. We gotta be quiet. See. If you can hear her snoring. How cold? Mid-bottle. All right, anyway. Back to the workout. All right, guys, so the workout is Tabata blank, meaning it's Tabata, but it's doesn't really have a name. It's not really one specific thing. This is an experiment, to be honest. I've never done this workout. I've never seen this workout done. I've never heard of this workout before. So I'm not really sure what to expect. I think it's going to be hard. That's the only thing I have any kind of opinion around with respect to this workout. It's going to be hard, or any kind of expectation. So it's 200 squats, 100 sit-ups, 150 sit-ups and 100 burpees. The idea is that you are performing all of the reps during a 20-second interval, followed by 10 seconds of rest. So in other words, you're going to start with squats, 3, 2, 1, go. You're going to work for 20 seconds, do as many reps as you can. Let's say you get 10 reps. You're going to take a 10-second break. At the 30-second mark, you're going to do another set of squats for 20 seconds. And let's say you get another 10 reps. Now you've accumulated 20 reps over the course of 2 sets in your first minute. And you're going to continue in that fashion until you accumulate 200 total reps. So the easiest way to do that without having to do complex math during those 10-second increments of rest is to just keep a running tally of reps. So in other words, in that example, you do 10 reps in your first set, take a 10-second break, you resume your second set, and you start counting 11, 12, 13, 14, and so on and so forth until you reach 200. As soon as you reach 200, that portion of the workout is done. You move on to sit-ups, and you're going to do the exact same thing for 150 sit-ups. I would encourage you to do those anchored with your feet hooked underneath a couch or a pair of dumbbells, something heavy enough that you can get a little bit of support and assistance from your legs to pull your trunk up through that range of motion. Otherwise, if you're just doing them unanchored, it's likely that you're going to be going pretty slow, and they're going to get really, really challenging at a certain point. So it'll take a really long time to accumulate 150 reps. So that's my advice. You don't have to do it that way. Either way, it's full range of motion all the way down to the floor. Sit all the way up, shoulders at least above the hips. We practice that standard on Monday as well. And then 100 burpees. So burpees, pretty self-explanatory, same thing. Once you finish up your 150 sit-ups, you move on to 100 burpees. And there's no break between movements. If you have to rest between movements, you can. But if you finish your 150th sit-up at the 10-second mark in the middle of a set, you can go right into your burpees and start. So there's no mandatory rest there between movements. Obviously, you can rest as needed throughout the entire workout. If you have to take one of the 20-second intervals off and just chill out for a little bit to get your bearings and catch your breath, then of course you can do that. Either way, you just keep working in that fashion until you finish up all your reps. So then 100 burpees to close it out. Obviously, you can scale the reps if you're looking at those numbers and you're like, that's not happening. Obviously, you can just shave some reps off of either one or more than one movement. And then I would recommend capping any of the movements at the 10-minute mark. So if you're working longer than 10 minutes, so if you come up on that 10-minute mark and you still have reps left, just pull the plug and move on. You've probably done enough work on that movement for the day. But you are certainly welcome to slog through and finish all of them up if you'd like. To warm this up, consistent with what we normally do, I'd recommend stretching out a little bit, loosen up the hips, warm up the shoulders, warm up the trunk for all the movements. But then in particular, I would practice the format of the workout and do 2 sets. First, do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off of squats for 2 sets. So 1 minute basically of that. Then move on to the sit-up and do the same thing. Then move on to the burpee and do the same thing. Rest about a minute and then do all of it again. You really want to be pretty warm at the onset of this. So when you come out of the gate flying on your squats, you're not completely toasted after 90 seconds because your body and your lungs and your heart were not prepared for what you were going to ask it to do. So warm up nice and good, whether it's that specific one or some other way, whether you hop on a rower bike, go for a run, just get your heart rate up, get sweaty, get warm, and then smash it. We'll have classes tomorrow, guys, at 7 and 9 for CrossFit, 8 and 10 boot camp. We'll have a CrossFit class at 6 o'clock as well through Zoom. We'll love to see some new faces on there. If you guys have yet to try out a class, it's not as bad as it sounds. It's pretty fun, actually. And reach out with questions, guys, as always. Good night. Thank you. See you tomorrow.